Hello, welcome to another One Piece stream. Whoa! Shock and awe. Oh my god. One Piece. Okay, just had to check the audio. Welcome to another stream. It's a Friday, so you know what that means. It's your weekly card game related stream to some extent. The majority of the time it's a One Piece stream. That's just kind of how like things, you know, that's how the dice roll sometimes. And today is no different. As you saw last week, checking the audio stuff real quick. That might have been a little too loud. I don't know. The Wii music got a little intense there. It always happens. I mean, it can do that. It's the Wii music. We forgive it. I forgive it. Anywho, what was I talking about? As you saw last week, we did a pack opening, a box opening of OPO 8. Yeah, this is OPO 8. Oh, disclaimer, I actually don't have my glasses on. I wish I had a toggle to take my glasses off, but I don't have that yet. So we're gonna be literally reading blind, which is very unfortunate because I already suck at reading. But I did pull up the deck list from a different website, Eggman Events. This deck list is like 99% of what I'm running. I think there might be one card in here I'm not running. Actually, let me double check it. Yeah, there's like one card in here I'm not running. It's shock and awe. You know, this is actually based off of Eggman's carrot list that he has posted on his website. Only because it's been like a week since I've actually played, had a chance to actually play OPO 8, and I don't get a lot of time to test, so I kind of took someone else's list and I'm like, you know what, fine, whatever, I can make this work. And I played a couple of games on the sim, and you know what, it felt pretty good. Unfortunately, I didn't play against any black decks yet. I didn't play against Lucci's or BY Luffy's. You know, I didn't play black, which is kind of surprising. But I only played the simulator like one day, and then I did a practice run today to make sure I still remember how this deck works. But yeah, so this is mostly blind. As you notice, I have different Dawn in here, made by a fellow I'll talk about in a minute. Well, let's go ahead and just like open this up. All the accessories are, you know, pretty much the same. Using a clear boulder, using Dragon Shield clear sleeves, and what to not. Let me show off the Dawns that I have here, because they're kind of special. They're actually local Dawns, locally made, homegrown Dawns. It might be a little hard to see, but as you can see, the little Uta, her I forget the name of it, like, what's her fruit name? The Mellow something, I think. I don't exactly remember. But yeah, my friend, I went to go get a couple of cards, and my buddy over there had, you know, just a playset of these, and the guy who originally made them dropped them off to him. You know, hey, you know, here's a couple of Dawns I made. You know, I do stuff. I make proxies, obviously. And he's like, all right, I'll hand them out. And he's like, okay, yeah, here you go. And I was just like, okay, cool. Yeah, these look sick. Like, I really do like that. I really love this. I love the back. I love like his cartoony back siding of this. It's great. I actually wish this was the front of the Dawn. It's okay, you know. This looks fine too. Like, this is completely fine. If I had an Uta deck, this would fit perfectly. However, I think I'm just gonna keep them like this and just use these as my Dawn indicators. Just because, like, I really love this illustration. Of course, like, I mean, critique-wise, it's hard to critique. But there you go. The Devil Fruit Factory custom proxies. I believe that's the guy's, probably his handle wherever he is. Do I have my window closed? No, I don't. There we go. Sorry. I was just like a subtle reminder that the window's open and people live outside. The world is outside, and we don't want that in the video. But anyways, yeah, these were really cool. I really like them. I love the back of these a lot. The front is fine. I feel like, you know, there wasn't a whole lot of thought put into the front, because it's literally just, you know, the Uta's fruit with her hair right on top of it, not really blended in or anything. So if I could, I wish I could have met the artist and give him some feedback on his Dawns, because this has a lot of promise. So I'm really happy to rock these. I was ecstatic when my buddy gave me a playset. But anywho, beyond that, let's go ahead and show off some of the leaders, show off the cards, what I ended up with. And as a reference, I will pull up all the necessary cards I need to look at on the side window. So here you go. As you remember, we pulled ourselves a amazing Uta, or I got Uta on the mind. We pulled Carrot from last stream when we did the big pack opening for OPO 8. And Carrot, if you didn't know, is the new mono green leader. The consent, it's hard to tell because Carrot is the new green leader. However, Carrot was immediately overshadowed in the East by Law, along with basically every other leader that exists in the world. However, you know, now that the West has their own kind of meta, these OPO 8 leaders have a chance to actually thrive and do stuff, which is awesome to see. Let me just make sure I can still see chat. Okay, I just want to make sure I'm not accidentally ghosting anyone. One of my top 10 greatest fears. There we go. Yeah, that's a better layout for now. We'll see if it changes. But anyways, Carrot, I'll go ahead and read it off the screen. Carrot is a 5 life, 5k power mono green. It has an effect of activate main once per turn. If you have a Minx type character, rest up to one of your opponent's characters with a cost of 5 or less. So that's pretty big. Like that's no joke. As we know, against BY Luffy, 5 is the magic number if you want to interact with their board, because at 5 they have Sabo, basically Sabo. Sabo is your biggest concern against BY Luffy, and being able to just rest it on with your leader ability, rest their blocker, like that's actually enough for me to even consider this. Like I feel like this is already a lot stronger than what Bonnie's trying to put down. Again, I haven't really. It's been a while since I haven't fought a Bonnie in a bit. In a hot minute, I haven't fought Bonnie. But Bonnie's ability can't be anywhere near that good. I can probably check right now. Would it take me too long to check? It might take me a minute or two to check. So maybe we. Oh no! Oh no! No. Okay, we're not checking. No. Windows are breaking. That's a bad idea. Anyways, there's Carrot. Of course, I pulled her, so I want to build her. I want to do stuff with her. And we're gonna look at the list. I actually managed to pull a good chunk of the cards in this list. However, obviously I had to go and buy a couple of them, but that didn't cost me a lot. So I was more than happy to put the deck together. And of course, our lovely lady, our ibuprofen sharing dog woman, actually. That's no girl. That's a lady right there. We call her ma'am and respect her status in life. But yeah, there's Wanda. Wanda's a great searcher. Let me quickly read it for you. Wanda is a 2/1 2k. One cost 2k power, 1k counter. She also has on play effect. Look at the top 5 cards at the top of your deck. Reveal up to one Minx type character other than Wanda, and put it into your hand. Then place the rest of them to the bottom of your deck in any order. So that's basically every other searcher that exists basically has that same text line. What's great about this is the fact that, you know, Carrot wants to see a Mink on the field constantly in order to use its ability. And just having a searcher sit there, your opponent will just let searchers just sit there, just free game. And there's no reason not to just always have access to your, like that, literally that's it. You always have access to your leader ability because no one really wants to mess with a 1-drop that isn't doing anything. Obviously you can swing in if you attach 3 Dawn, you can swing into leader, which is always a backup strategy. But however, if your opponent is used to the play, they'll start getting rid of your 1-drops, but they'll have to use removal. Not a lot of removal, but like for instance, like a Lucci has to use one of its KO effects to KO this instead of like something more, you know, significant. So that's why, you know, Wanda's pretty good. It's a great searcher in this deck because our leader loves seeing the same typing. However, it's a green deck, so most green decks have a baby 5. You know, it's kind of how the dice roll. Baby 5 is, you know, the Don Quixote package. It's not a very big one. It's actually a pretty small Doflamingo package. Well, Don Quixote package. This is the, am I looking at the right card? No, I'm not looking at the right card. It is this one. There we go. But yeah, In green, you know, obviously Don Quixote, Doflamingo, 10 drop is probably green's best answer to basically anything in the meta. It's just a great like FU. I'm resting your stuff and you're not going to get to play. So obviously being able to search it is great. Baby 5 is basically the same thing. It's a 1-drop, 1k counter, and it is activate main. You may rest 1 Dawn. Okay, rest 1 Dawn, then rest this character. Look at the top 5 cards of your deck, reveal up to 1 Don Quixote pirate type card, and add it to your hand. Then place the rest to the bottom of your deck in any order. What's nice about this is that it's not, it isn't character restricted. Like you can look up other Baby 5s. Baby 5 can go look for itself, which is great because then you're on like a little searching adventure if you manage to, you know, whiff with your first search. Actually, does Wanda have a similar? I'm not gonna be able to see that. Wanda, do you have restrictions other than Wanda? No. So Baby 5 has no restrictions within its own type. Wanda does. Not a big deal, as you would expect. And then of course, when you have the Don Quixote package, you tend to have the 2Ks as well. So Baby 5 is a pretty good 2K. There's nothing wrong with Baby 5 having it. It's just a 2K, searchable 2K. It has it's a 1K, 1 cost, 1K power, 2K counter. End of your turn, you may trash this character. Set up 2 of your Dawn cards as active. I don't think, I mean, if you ever are in the misfortune of playing this card, you can trash it for 2 rested to restand 2 Dawn. There's nothing wrong with that. I think that's fine. But obviously you're saving this in your hand for a 2K counter. So I do like that. I'm gonna tell you right now, actually what I want to do with Carrot, maybe in the future. This deck is really good. I think this deck pilots really well. For a deck that may not have a lot of thought put into it, it pilots really well. This deck plays really well against a lot of different things. However, later on, I want to see if I can, instead of putting the Don Quixote package, I want to maybe put in the Fishman package and see if we can start searching out Hody Jones instead. And obviously play Noah's Ark along with Electric Luna. I think that's probably a stronger combo than Don Quixote, than Doflamingo. So, a little ramble right there. But our next card is going to be Milky. Let's go. Wife. Yeah, let's go. Bro. I'm not a furry, but this would do it. I'm gonna be real with you. It's just one of those days. But yeah, Milky's a great 2K counter, searchable 2K counter in the deck. Obviously it works great with our leader ability. And then the effect is, well, it's a 2/0 2K counter. And activate main, you may rest this character. If your leader has the Minx type, set up to 1 of your Dawn cards as active. So pretty good. I mean, there's nothing wrong with that. You're resting it instead of trashing it, which Baby 5 wants to do. So you're a lot more inclined to play this out on the field if you don't have another Mink to play. So it's a great backup if you don't have Wanda turn 1. You'll usually have Milky or Wanda. That's usually what you want a mulligan for, just to get your leader ability ready to go. And then another card that I have in the list is da-da-dun, Shishaline. It is Mr. Cat. Is the Catman, one of the 3 Musketeers of Mink kind, I guess. I don't know what you would refer to the Minks as. Well, I guess Minks. That's how you would refer to them, not like Mink kind. That's a bit weird. Anyways, Shishaline is a 2/3. Well, 2 cost, 3K power, 1K counter. On play, you may pay 2, so tap 2 Dawn. Set up to 1 of your Mink type characters with a cost of 5 or less as active. That's pretty good for a 2 cost character. And then of course but it's an on play ability, so that's 4 committed Dawn. Committing 4 Dawn to restand a 5-drop. But in particular, obviously you're going to restand Carrot, the 5-drop Carrot. That's probably the number 1 target. You're not really going beyond that. I don't think that's a bad trade-off. This is probably one of those where it's like, well, you don't really play it. It's more of a 1K in hand, but if you play it, you can restand your 5-drop, which is nice. You know, obviously it's going to cost you 4 Dawn to restand a 5-drop. I think that's fair. Yeah. So yeah, I like it. And then of course, our next one is it's gonna be a throwback to the last stream. Carrot. As you know, we just pulled Carrot from our last set. Very appropriate. Everything's pretty orange. Like, got a lot of red, orangey, blondish colors going on here. Very fitting for Carrot's alt. I would love, honestly, guys, I would love to have all 4 of these be Carrot alts. But my God, have you seen the price of Carrot right now? Carrot's like $30+ right now. That's not happening, my guy. That's a no-go, bro. I'm glad I pulled one. I'm not buying the rest until they're like 17 bucks or at least 15. My goodness. Let me see if I can get her to actually show on camera. It's gonna be a little hard for the camera to actually focus. Let's see. There we go. Yeah, let's go. Carrot. You. I love Carrot. Carrot's such a cool character. I mean, she's a good character. I'm happy with how her story hasn't ended, but how they concluded her story as far as the Straw Hats are concerned. So Carrot is a 5-drop, 6k power, 1k counter. She has the effect of on play / when attacking, up to one of your opponent's rested characters with a cost of 7 or less will not become active in your opponent's next refresh phase. While there is a cost limit, it's a pretty big, it's pretty lenient, I would say. Like, you can hit a majority of things. There's only a handful of things you're not hitting. Literally, like what, 4? No, 3. There's only like 3 things, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, only like three other costs that you can't hit. I mean, technically there's Jack, who puts himself at 11, but that's we don't talk about Jack. He's a menace in his own right. But yeah, Carrot is just great. This is probably the actual like goat, like the golden pig of the whole deck. This is the absolute linchpin of the deck. Like, without Carrot in the list, I don't think there'd be no chance. If Carrot did not exist in this form, there's no way this would be anywhere remotely playable. So I do appreciate that they made a decent card for Carrot to play. And speaking of which, we have a card very similar to Carrot, as I'm sure you're all used to seeing. Jewelry Bonnie. What an absolute menace in the format. Not as much as like Hody Jones, but honestly, Jewelry Bonnie has been like a rough one just because you play Bonnie and Bonnie. So Bonnie is a 5-drop, 6k power, 1k counter. It is a on play, up to one of your opponent's rested characters or Dawn cards will not become active if your opponent's next refresh phase. So this is freezing something. This is gonna freeze anything. It doesn't care what it is. It can be an 11 cost Jack. It does not care. It's gonna rest it and freeze it. Or no, if it is rested. Opponent's rested, yeah. So it has to be rested, which honestly, your opponent's gonna be swinging at stuff. You know, your opponent's not just gonna let a giant like 10-10 body just sit there and not do anything. So the counterplay, like the crackback, is great with Bonnie. That's primarily how I use Bonnie. How I've played with Bonnie is that usually I'll save Bonnie as a crackback, 5-drop crackback, to make sure that they don't hit me again for a big number. Make them rule the day that they dare touch me with something too big. So yeah, Bonnie's great in the list. Hopefully one day I can get the alts for that, but that's not the concern right now. Right now the concern is just get the cards, play the deck, enjoy it. Because I've actually really enjoyed the simulator games I have played with it. Speaking of which, our next card is going to be our 5-drop Carrot, a different Carrot actually. This is the Sulong form Carrot. And I won't bother. I mean, we can kind of go into, literally Sulong is literally the Minx version of Werewolf. They let the silly out. They get the zoomies, get all electrified, and then just go ape shit on whoever they're fighting. Really cool. I love the introduction of Sulong, especially when Beppo got his Sulong form. When it was revealed, we can assume he's always had it, but it was very cool to see it. Like, oh shit, you know. It was a very cool scene to see Beppo's Sulong form. Anyways, everyone's Sulong form, honestly. Even Carrots. I think Carrots. Was Carrots the first we saw? I don't remember. It might have been. Maybe. I'm not 100% sure about that. I don't remember much about the Zoar. Anyways, Carrot is a 5-drop, 5k power, 2k counter, and has a on-play ability of, I forgot to bring the card up, of end of your turn, set up to one of your Dawn cards as active. That's actually like a semi-decent effect, because at the end of turn, We don't have anything that can utilize one Dawn. We probably could, but you know, that's not what we're using this card for. Reason why we're using Carrot is because 1, it's a Mink. 2, it's a 5-drop, which is very important for another card in this deck. And yeah, that's pretty much it. It's a 2K counter. So it has a lot of utility. It probably has the most utility in the Carrot deck. So literally no reason not to play this. I honestly really like this over the other Beppo. People were playing a 2-drop Beppo or a 2K counter Beppo and choosing to play that over this. This is just way better. But if you want to squeeze it in, you can probably cut a different 2K for that Beppo. So our next card is going to be another 5-drop. Started on Inu Urashi. That's it. That's what is it? Dogstorm, I believe, is the English translation of his name. Dogstorm. It's very cool. Honestly, even the art's sick. Like, I'm not gonna play favorites, but if I had a favorite, I'm particular to dogs. So I'm really glad that his card is really good. Honestly, like Nekomamushi's or Cat Viper's card is also like pretty okay. His yellow card is much better than his green cards. I'll say that right now. But anyways, let's see what this card actually does. So Inurashi is a 5-drop, 6K power, 1K counter. On play, if your leader has the Mink type, up to 2 of your opponent's rested characters with a cost of 5 or less will not become active if you're in your opponent's next refresh phase. So it's really great, especially when you combo it off of, well, obviously we have Rosinante in this deck. I don't think it's much of a secret that we have the 8-drop Rosinante in the deck. But yeah, obviously, if you get this is another one of those crackbacks. Very similar to Bonnie, but just slightly better. Honestly, probably better than Bonnie. I think the only reason Bonnie is better because it can hit anything, versus Inurashi is only hitting 5-drops. So if your opponent is, you know, hitting you, and on the crackback you play a Rosinante, and then that Rosinante plays the Inurashi, all of a sudden their board just got frozen and they can't do shit, and you're swinging in for like a full 10 swings, like 7 7 7 7 8 8 8 9 9 9, whatever is available for your swings. So I like it. I think it's great. Also another Mink type, of course. You know, can't have enough of them. Honestly, you really do need a lot of Minks in this deck. I don't know what the exact number is in this particular deck, but I would argue to say it's at least above 30. It's probably about at 30, if not above 30, if my best guesstimations. Don't quote me on that because I didn't count, but that would be my guess. I never have an issue getting a Mink on the board. We'll say that much. Anyways, our next card is a 4-drop Hody Jones. Yo, what is his laugh? I don't remember his laugh. Who cares about his laugh? He's not a great person anyways, which is why I've never committed to buying his alts. I've been tempted to buy his alts. However, they're always oh, stop recording. No. Yes, I accidentally started recording. Hopefully that doesn't mess anything up. Okay. Stupid touchscreen. That's why you don't have a touchscreen as a monitor. But anyways, yeah, we have the 7-drop Hody Jones. Great card. And honestly, every green deck... Oh no! Cards, no! Dogstorm, what happened? Bro went sicko mode. He dropped all over the place. There we go. Sorry, as you can guess, the physical deck is actually brand new. I just got the cards today for Carrot. I've been playing primarily on the simulator, and a lot of the cards are just freshly sleeved, which is probably why there's a lot of reflections and slipperiness with them. So we'll break them in pretty soon. Don't worry about that. But yeah, anyways, Hody Jones, like, I feel like this man needs no introduction. However, we will give him one. He doesn't deserve it, but we'll give him one. So Hody Jones, bastard, is a 7-drop 8K power, 0 counter. He has rush, so he can swing in as soon as you play him. And then he is on play effect, burst up to a total of 2 of your opponent's characters or Dawn cards. Then add 1 card from the top of your life to your hand. So really good, actually amazing for a 5-life leader, because that basically means that you're resting 2 characters or 2 Dawn. Usually I'm resting characters, but basically you're resting 2 characters and then you're drawing a card. So Odie Jones, amazing value. Such a well-designed card. And yeah, there's no reason, if you're in green, there's no reason not to try to fit it in. Even if you're not searching it, having it at 4 is great. You will eventually see it. It'll be your end game. It's primarily your end game card. Speaking about end game, we're actually getting into the end game of our next card. So we're getting to the big bodies. This guy should look definitely familiar to everybody. This is the man who I struggled to buy for like over a month because every person trying to sell me the card just kept sending in the wrong one or just not sending it at all. And it was such a pain in the ass to actually get my hands on just 3. Granted, keep in mind, I only bought 3. I don't have a 4th one. Thankfully, I don't need a 4th one. However, getting 3 of these took like 2+ months just to get them. And I was very upset because no LGS has these. And the online people who are selling them online are only selling one-ofs. And I had to go from TCG Player to eBay to back to TCG Player. It was a nightmare. It was a real nightmare fuel, absolutely. But yeah, he's here, he's home. This, literally out of every card I have for One Piece, this card is not going anywhere. This man is getting buried with me. He's not leaving my side. I waited too long to get you. Honestly, the trauma and the story behind it is probably the only sentimental thing I have about this guy. Well, that's not true. Rosinante, if you don't know, he has a very sad, there's a very sad backstory with Law that involves Rosinante. Also, Rosinante has a very sad backstory. However, he's one of those people who didn't let his troubles in life, affect him as a person. He grew from it, which is very, very big of him, good guy. But anyways, Rosinante, he is an 8-drop, 8k power, no counter. Opponent's turn, if this character is rested, your active characters with base cost of 5 cannot be KO'd by effects. And then his on-play ability is, you may rest this character, play up to 1 green character with a cost of 5 from your hand. So, of course, in basically any other deck that has green in it, this is useless. However, if you're in mono green, this is probably your biggest bomb because everything in your deck is a green card. And some of the best green cards were just printed, aka Bonnie and Carrot. Those are literally like some of the strongest 5Ks we've seen. So Rosinante had Rosinante stock just grew. They were going down for a while, which is why I bought them, but then they started going up. So I'm very happy that I have them now. And they're not going anywhere, damn it. I don't care how bad the card gets. I'm not selling them. So anyways, our next card is, as you would suspect, Don Quixote Doflamingo. The brother, the bastard, the son of a gun. I'm not going to use any stronger words than that. So, Doflamingo. Doflamingo is a menace. It's another menace. I don't think ban-worthy, but definitely like notable strength. He's been relevant since set 3? No, since set 4. He came out in OPO4 along with Rosinante. That's right. So, Don Quixote is a 10-drop, 10k power, no counter. On play, up to a total of 3 of your opponent's rested leader or character cards will not become active in your opponent's next refresh phase. So this freezes 3 rested things. Literally 3 rested things. Anything other than a stage. Your leader and then 2 bodies or 3 of your opponent's bodies will be frozen if they're tapped. So this card is just strong, very strong. You don't normally, I see people run it at 4, I see people run it at 2. This deck is running it at 3. I don't know if that's where I want to stay, because originally, I usually want to play this card at 2. However, having it at 3, having it searchable, I think it's fine to have it at 10 or have it at 3. And it's also your biggest boss monster. It literally plays into the strategy of I'm gonna rest your stuff and then make you regret playing cards kind of idea. That's the kind of idea that Doflamingo gives to the world, or card form. So our next one is one I almost can't see. There we go. Our next one is, my goodness, it's a tough one to read because the side of justice will be whichever side wins. Famous quote from Marineford. A quote actually from Doflamingo himself. He actually said that. I forgot who he was talking to. He was talking to, was he talking to Crocodile? I believe he was talking to Crocodile or Gecko Moria. Someone, he was talking to someone. And very poetic way he put everything, like so philosophical. Man, the man, I'll give him one thing, he's smart. I don't think anyone can take that away from him. He's a smart bastard. But anyways, so this event, zero cost event, it has an effect counter. You may trash one card from your hand. Up to one of your leaders or characters gain 3k power during this battle. Just like good old bread and butter zero cost stuff you want to see. I love zero cost. I've made that known throughout all of these videos that I love zero cost events. You should play them at least 2 in most of your decks, because you would not be surprised how many people I've seen just like have a bricked up hand, like 7 bricked cards in their hand. And it's just like, my dude, what are you doing? What are you doing? Play a zero cost event, man. My dude. The trigger. Rest up to one of your opponent's characters with a cost of 4 or less. Trigger's fine. I very highly doubt you're ever going to trigger this. You're going to want to keep this in your hand as your silver bullet to keep you alive for a little bit longer. But yeah, also this is searchable because it's also Don Quixote pirate type. I believe it's also a warlord. Is it not a warlord type? I thought it was. No, it's just Don Quixote pirates. I had to make sure because I thought it was warlords, but no, it's not warlord typing. Anyways, this another star of the show, probably our last card actually, our last 2 cards, is Electric Luna. I'm running it at 2 because I pulled 2. Thankfully, the deck list that I am using only needs 2, so that worked out perfectly for me. I didn't have to buy an extra one. Granted, they're not expensive. These are like, 10-cent cards or 20-cent cards. Let's see if I can get a good look. Actually, bring it up to the camera and let everyone see the glory of Electric Luna, the bane of most people's existence. Hopefully, in the future, we'll see if this actually gains some traction and starts to actually be playable. So Electric Luna is a 3-cost event. It has an effect main. All your opponent's rested characters with a cost of 7 or less will not become active in your opponent's next refresh phase. And then as a trigger, rest up to one of your opponent's characters. So that's a very good ability. That's a very big, like, F you, the biggest crackback that you can apply to your opponent. Like, if you want to leave their cheeks red, you play Electric Luna, because they're gonna regret swinging at you, just like yellow. Maybe that's why I like this deck so much, because I think Carrot plays very similar to yellow in the sense that you don't want to hit Carrot because literally everything is going to come back at you. It makes you regret ever swinging in at it makes you regret playing the game to a very minute way. It has a very yellow feel to it, and I like that. I think it's cool. I think Carrot is cool. I have not played a ton of Carrot. However, I'm gonna start playing Carrot because I have the cards now, so I can play Carrot. It didn't cost me a ton, thankfully. I think I said that earlier. But let's see if we can maybe we can get a game in. I'll see if I can get a game in or not. I am updated on the sim, so we can give that a shot. Let me go ahead and boot up the game, and then I will shuffle and put the stuff away. You guys can watch me shuffle. I know, like, probably the primary option, like the main option is usually Bonnie. Bonnie has been doing amazing over here. It's had a very good start with the OPO8 meta. Unfortunately, I think who topped in our champion in the regional? Was it regionals that just happened? I don't remember, but I believe Black Yellow Luffy topped in our qualifiers into nationals, or was it nationals? It was one of the two. Honestly, I can't remember. I feel so bad because I actually do watch this stuff and I keep up to date with the going-ons in the One Piece community. It's just I have a horrible memory. I got like brain worm holes in my brain, or brain worm holes in there in my brain. Why does it sound so weird saying it? It is weird. It's insane to say stuff like that. But yeah, Black Yellow Luffy topped, which is, in hindsight maybe isn't too surprising, because Lucci, honestly, I think Lucci, no, the second place was Bonnie. So Bonnie did very well, had a very good showing, and I don't even know I don't remember if there was any like major misplays. I don't think so. I think both players played at their like peak. Like I would have been annihilated. Like round 1, I would have been annihilated. I would be one of those scrubs. But I don't know, maybe in the future it'd be fun to maybe do a big tournament and see if any of the jank decks I own actually can hold, you know, stand on their own amongst giants. But you know, that's neither here or there. I'm gonna go ahead and put this stuff away, and then we'll attempt to do like 2 games on the simulator, see what things are doing, you know, how people are in the sim, you know, if everyone's chill, you know, if we're having a good time, if we're all vibing, if everyone's on the sim and not, you know, just sleeping as they should be, because literally it's relatively late. It's like 10. It's 10 over here, so it's kind of late. It's not early. I wish it was, because I have much better lighting in the day, and unfortunately when you have bad lighting you get really bad artifacting all over the place. But yeah, let us switch over to the game. So bye, say goodbye, 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 goodbye. Okay, that's enough. Okay, let's switch now. There we go. We switched. Do. All right, and that's right, we gotta move this little man somewhere over here. So my little man will be here keeping us safe. Let's make sure, yeah, actually everything is pretty much, man, this is gonna suck. I don't have glasses. I'm not gonna be able to read my opponent's cards. Okay, let's go into the deck editor and make sure the carrot deck is actually here. So this all looks correct. Yes. I'm gonna give you a little sneak peek of next deck profile. It's gonna be Boa, but this Boa is gonna have the Amazon Lily, the what is the other type? I think it's all Amazon Lily. Well, not all, but it's Amazon Lily Kuja Pirates themed with a little bit of Warlords. There's a little sneak peek of the next deck list. I don't have it all together yet, obviously, because I'm waiting for the starter decks to come out. I'm waiting for the Doflamingo starter deck to come out. I saw this. This is really cool. I think we can do Western. I don't want to do National. What's Nationals? Oh, that has the starter decks. Moby deck. Band. Is there any difference between these two? OPO 7. Cards up to OPO 8. And is this fine to play? Can I play? I have a pudding deck too. It's not very good. Quick drawing. Let's see what happens. I think I should be able to play. No issue. Well, I can see my little man's not big enough. Please. you have to be strong. You have to be strong for Papa. Let's try to win a few games. Oh, oh no. Shit. Seed. I'm sorry. I just remember. No, we can't. We actually can't do any games. Dang it. Ah. Oh, I should have remembered. I have a program. I have a VPN. I have a VPN running in the background, and the servers don't like VPNs to be running in the background. However, turning off the VPN basically kills the stream. So we're in a bit of a predicament where I can't play a game. I can't show you this. Oh, that sucks. Oh, I feel so silly. All right. Well, that's unfortunate. I've been caught with my pants down. Unfortunately, we're gonna have to say no simulator game today. That's, oh, this is still here. Goodbye. Oh man, I actually wanted to play some Sims. I wanted to play a bit of Sim. Dang it. Oh, that sucked. I'm not gonna start up a new stream because I don't like editing my streams together. So maybe next Friday we do a sim only thing where we just play some decks we haven't played. I don't remember what decks I haven't played, but as you saw, I have a couple of decks in there that I'm testing. I have like I have a Betty deck. I have a Bella Betty deck because Bella Betty just got support in OPO 9, and so that's gonna be interesting. I'm really interested to see what Bella Betty, how she performs. I got to play a little bit with Bella Betty in OPO 9, and it's actually pretty good. Not gonna lie, I like the deck now. I know I was clowning on it earlier, but no, it's fine. It's good. Not as good as Carrot, but it plays well. And then obviously there's the Boa deck, maybe. And then there's the Pudding deck. Oh man, that Pudding deck. I think that deck is cooked, honestly. Actually, I'll show you the deck because I'm not gonna make a video on the Pudding deck. That was just for fun. Yeah. Wait for this to. Actually, I should just like unplug this camera. There's no reason for this camera to be plugged in anymore. Goodbye. Grr! Kill it. Kill the camera. Die. Yeah, the camera's dead now. It's not showing anything. Okay, that can go away. Get this booted up. Okay, there it is. Hello, game. We're back. We're back at the game again. I'm just gonna quickly show you just the deck. I'm gonna show you the Pudding deck. I know we're not here for Pudding, but you know, like, I kind of wasn't expecting to not be able to play. But yeah, there's the deck. If you're interested. This deck's not gonna get a video. Honestly, this deck is cooked. I wish it was good. I honestly wish it was good. But no, this is not very good. It's very. This is unfinished. This is a very unfinished thing. Let me move my little guy around because I know people. I like seeing the big card on the right. So I understand your pain when VV Theory has like all the cards covered because he forgot to move his face cam. So I understand. I know where we're coming from. You have my sympathy. But yeah, there it is. If you're interested in this very overcooked Pudding list, honestly, this is so overcooked it tastes like leather. But that's what it is. I'm not gonna make a video on it. The Betty deck, oh man, it's gonna be a long time. I might as well just show you the Betty deck. No one's gonna remember this list in like 3 months. Well, technically like 4 months, 4 or 5 months. No one's gonna remember this list. But here's the list. I have Hiyori's and You're the One Who Should Disappear because honestly, I really like this 2-card combo so much in an L that I want to put it into every yellow deck I have. But yeah. There you go, guys. There is the full list if you are interested. For everyone who skipped to the end of the video, ooh, here's the list. You want to just copy it card for card, which I honestly did. So there's no shame in net decking. Don't be ashamed of net decking if you're playing a card that isn't fully tested yet and you just want to like get some games out. I guess we could look at some green cards. I can kind of show you guys some maybe future ideas if I make any cuts. The problem is it's very hard to make cuts in this deck because you want so many binks. Like you want to have a lot of binks in this list that adding anything in here can be rough. Changing out 1 or 2 cards is like gonna completely throw the strategy off. Like I really want to put this Rosinante. I really want to put the blocker Rosinante because it's so good at protecting your board, like your little searchers. Like this protects Wanda and it protects Milky so well, like the White Knight he is. However, what do I cut? Like I can cut Shishilin, however he's a mink, and if I don't have a mink on the board then I'm effed. He also restands. I mean, this is the most likely thing to get cut. Like I've been sitting on this thinking about cutting this. However, I need to figure out like what my ratios are, if it's even worth the cut. Let's see. Actually, we're also here. If you don't like the Doflamingo package, honestly, you can just go with, let's get a 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's get a Fishman package in there. Who's a decent 2K for the Fishman? Then, oh my goodness, Decken, Vander Decken, he might be good in this. Yo, I might be overcooked. I might be cooked, man. But you know what? I'm making the big brain plays here. I'm going where places where people don't want to go, where they can't imagine. And then, did we already cut the other card? Yeah, we did. And then maybe we cut. Yo, you're gonna hate this, but you need to trust me. You need to trust me on this one. I know this looks crazy, but just listen, listen, it's good. This is gonna be good. Imagine you play Noah's Ark on 6. So it's your 9 Dawn turn. You play Noah's Ark. Rest all your opponent's characters. No questions asked. You just play this card. You pay 9 Dawn, rest everything. Then boom. For 3 Dawn. Electric Luna their ass. For 9 Dawn, you've done a massive Doflamingo play. You don't have the body, which is the only downside, but you've just rested everything on their board. And all you had to do was play the Fishman package. You have a... But now your Hody Jones is now your boss monster. It's a searchable boss monster. You still have your Rosinante, which is fine. This is still a card you want to play in a green deck. It doesn't matter. But honestly, like, you want to play like Fishman instead of Doflamingo, instead of the Don Quixote package, I'm not going to stop you. You know, there's something here. You may think I'm crazy, but I'm not. Trust me. Fishman, Merfolks, and then... Okay, Fishman. Let's look at Fishman. What's a 2K that we have access to? Oh yeah, that's right, you're 2K. Oh, you're just a trigger though. This octopus guy might be our only 2K, viable 2K. Actually, no. We have Jinbei. Jinbei, you're premium. What do you do? Rest up to one of your opponent's characters with a cost of 1 or less. Boo! Sorry, Jinbei. You're cut. Sorry, I'm really close to the screen because I can't see. Vanderdecken the... What is it? The 9th? Vanderdecken the 9th. That's all. That's a bit of a tongue twister. How do we get you in the deck? Because this will use up your Noah's Arcs. If you have too many Noah's Arcs, this will use them up. KO up to one of your opponent's rest. Oh man, this is such a good combo! Why does no one listen to me? This is so good! You will rule the day. No one's arguing with me. I gotta chill. No one's fighting me on this. No one's gonna kill me on this hill because I am the only one on this hill of thinking that this Fishman package is actually good. There you go. There you go. Perfect carrot list. You got Fishman, you got Minx. It's a full animal deck. That's rude. Don't say that. Merfolk, like, there was a whole arc dedicated to Merfolk not being fish. Or Fishmen not being like actual fish. They're people. They have rights, damn it. That was this bastard's whole thing. He's a racist. He's a racist towards humans. And basically any other race, even towards other fishmen. This guy's insane. But no, I love this. I think I might be cooked. But I think this is viable. I might end up buying these because these cards, I think I even have some of these cards. I think I have these cards. I'm pretty sure. I don't know if I have the Camis. I don't think I have the Zero? Is his name Zio? I don't remember. This guy's really funny. I love him in the anime. He has a great voice too. Cami. And think about it. The Cami also cheap. They're like what, $5 a pop? Probably less because no one's playing Fishman. Because no one believes in the Fishman, the Fishman strategy, the combo. The combo's real, man. All right, that's enough rambling, man. I'm cooked. That was fun. Even though we didn't get to play, I still had a fun time rambling about cards. You know, old man yelling about cardboard to people who may listen in the future. But let's wrap this up. So thank you guys. If you're watching, whether you're watching live or you're watching the VOD later on, I appreciate you taking the time. Check my stuff out, you know, see what's going on here. If you want, you can drop a follow, drop a sub. I'm on Twitch and I'm on YouTube, uploading shorts, and then of course uploading these VODs as they come out. What I like about my streams is that, you know, they're streams. Like, this is all being streamed live. However, I feel like it's because I'm like old school YouTube, I feel like my commentary is more towards like video style. Granted, that doesn't mean I have good commentary. It just means that I'm used to talking like I'm in a video and not like I'm live streaming, if that makes sense to anyone. It's old school let's play stuff. It's a habit you can't break. But yeah, anyways, I'm gonna go ahead and love you and leave you here. Next week I don't have a plan. I think I'm gonna pick up a game. I'm gonna probably play a new game, or try to wrap up Thronefall. I think it is. Yeah, I'm gonna try to wrap up Thronefall, and then I'll pick up 2 new games, and then it'll be like a whole new us. You know, brand new games. Hopefully, you know, new year, new me. We'll see about that. But yeah, thank you guys. I'm gonna go ahead and love you and leave you here again. And until next time, goodbye. 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 Bye. 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 Bye.